Hello guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be showing you this 2020 Chevy Bolt. This one is the LT trim, so I'm going to go ahead and show you all the features this one has. So here is the MSRP sticker of this Bolt. It does have the DC fast charging and it does have the comfort and convenience package. And the price is almost $39,000. So under the hood there's going to be one option, and that option on the Bolt is going to be that electric motor. It produces 200 horses and 266 pound-feet of torque, and it's connected to a one-speed transmission or one-speed electronic transmission. The MPG numbers are 127 in the city, 108 on the highway, and 118 combined. And the range on this Bolt is 259, and it does take about 10 hours for it to fully charge on a 240 volt outlet. So if you guys are curious about the color is called Oasis Blue, and it looks pretty good, but the design it looks alright, and that's kind of expected from an electric car. For the headlight housing, very small, no crazy design. The daytime running lights are LED, but the low and high beam are halogen. You will have the turn signal indicator in the bottom with some fog lights. Right here in the front you will have everything blocked. Since it's an electric, it doesn't really need any air. But actually in the bottom I think there's an inner cooler, and that's where the air goes in, but it's only that bottom portion. But everything is blocked. And those Bolts actually are leasing now for $100, so I think you could get a Bolt for a little bit over $100 to lease it, which I honestly think that's a very good price. But let's go ahead and move to the side, and I'll go and show you the side view of this Bolt. So here is the side view of the Bolt. Right here on the side there's nothing crazy, and there's no sharp lines or anything like that. There's going to be some plastic in the bottom, and there's going to be a chrome piece all the way in the bottom right there. Something that is really cool, the top portion of the window sills is chrome, and I love the fact that it goes around and it actually gets connected into the mirror, so that's really cool. You'll have Bolt EV badges right there, and then you will have the charger right there. For the rims, they actually have a really cool look to them, especially for a base trim like this Bolt. But anyways, the size of them are 215 50 17, and I love what Chevy did right there with the Bolt. I love the fact that there's this floating roof design right there in the back. So here is the back of the Bolt, and I love the fact that this whole section right here is actually glass, so that's nice. The taillights have an okay look to them. They really match the car. And the headlights, it has they have basically that roundy look to them. Chevy logo in the middle, of course, and then you'll have the backup camera. Bolt EV badge all the way to the left. You'll have the turn signal indicators in the bottom, and you will have the reflector, and actually the reverse lights are in the bottom next to the turn signal indicators. You'll have the chrome. You'll have a small chrome trim right here in the bottom, and the bottom portion is finished in ABS plastic or flat plastic. So I just opened the trunk or the tailgate, and it does have that privacy cover that goes up with the tailgate when you open it, or when you close it, it goes down with it. There is nothing right here on the right. On the left there's going to be one light. And let me go ahead and show you what's underneath. This bag right here is actually for the floor mats. Let me go ahead and show you what's underneath. There's going to be this metal tool. Basically you could stick this or screw this right here. There's a hole for it, so you remove this plastic. If you get stuck, you could someone could tow you out. But anyways guys, the back of this Bolt is massive, and it's nice and deep, so you could put very tall items here in the back. So here is the door handle. It does not have a sensor right behind it. It does have a button to lock and unlock the car. So here is the door panel, and the door panel is all plastic but Chevy focused more on the electric motor than the interior of this Bolt, because there's actually a good amount of plastic inside. This is plastic, this is plastic, this is plastic. Everything is literally plastic right here. Even the armrest. The armrest is actually not plastic, but it does have this synthetic rubber material, but it's very, very hard. Door handle right here. Here is the door locks, window controls, mirror controls. Those seats, I love the two-tone color, and I do love the orange with the red stitching. They are manual seats, and I love the fact that the passenger seat actually goes up and down. A lot of cars do not offer this, especially when they're manual seats, but those seats do not have a lot of support. I really wish that Chevy changes the seats, because there is barely any support. So when you sit in those seats, you're basically not being hugged by those seats. Alright, so coming inside this Chevy Bolt, as I told you guys, there's a good amount of plastic, but honestly, if you're not touching them, then it doesn't really matter. So here is the steering wheel. The steering wheel is wrapped in leather. I love the fact that the 10 and 2 grips are nice and thick. All the way to the left, you'll have heated steering wheel, cruise control, favorite buttons right here. Let's go ahead and click on them and see what they actually have to click on this. So you'll have radio favorites. So you scroll up and down with those 2 buttons right here. Chevy logo in the middle, of course, and the design overall actually looks pretty good for an electric car. I prefer this over the other Chevy steering wheels. You will have a few buttons right here to control the screen in the middle. There's few menus you could go through, and then you will have your phone controls right here. All the way to the left, you'll have the turn signal indicators with the high and low beam, wiper controls. And all the way to the left, you'll have the headlight controls. Here is the brightness control for the interior. So here is the screen, and the screen is nice and big. It's a 10.2 inch screen, but I'm not a big fan of the way how it's actually like sitting too back far. But other than that, it looks very good. You'll have some heated seats right here. Climate controls, you could turn on the climate controls from here, and then you could control a little bit of the climate controls from those hard buttons. You'll have a home button right here, volume control, seat buttons, and this screen actually has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And this screen right here in the middle is actually an 8-inch screen. It's not a touch screen, of course. And the bottom, you will have the turn signal indicators, sport mode, traction control, and when you click on the sport mode, it just displays a sport mode right there in the bottom. And all the way in the bottom, you will have a storage place with a 12 volt, and there is a ton of storage place right here in the middle. 2 cup holders, and you'll have the shifter that will control the 1 gear or 1 transmission in this Bolt. It's very easy to use. There is a button right here on the side. Just go ahead and click on it and move it to the back, or move it to the front. Here is neutral, and move it to the front and to the left. Here is reverse, but I really wish the resolution was a tiny bit better. To put it in park, just go ahead and click on this button. Electronic e-brake next to it, and a good amount of storage place right here. An aux, 2 USBs, and you could actually push this armrest to the front, and you could move it back and actually open it. You could only open it when it's moved all the way to the back. And here is a tray, a removable tray, and inside there is a ton of space. Here is the rear view mirror, and the rear view mirror, it's nice and small. You'll have some lights right here, and then you'll have a button right here to control the lights whenever the doors open or close. Here is the visor, and it does not have a light, but the mirror itself is nice and big. So here is the back, and the back door is the same as the front. Everything is plastic back here. And you'll have a small storage place right here. Window switch in the back. Here is the door handle. Feels the same as the front. And here is the second row. There is no AC vents in the back, and there is no armrest back here. I really wish there was an armrest back here, but those seats are actually a little bit higher than the front seats, so you could see very easy when sitting back here. So guys, that's it for this video. I hope you guys liked it. I would like to thank Annette and Maritime Chevy here in Fairfield, Connecticut. If you guys are around, make sure to come check them out. I'm going to go ahead and put their information in the link of this video. And if you guys are interested in leasing one of those Bolts, as I said, you could actually lease one for a little bit over $100, and I think that's a very good deal, especially for a small car like this that gives you around 260 miles. I think this is actually a very, very good deal. But anyways, guys, if you guys enjoyed this video and if you guys would like to see more videos like this, please subscribe, and as always, I'll see you next time.